Okay, let's talk about the North from 1790 to 1860, and more specifically the development of the Industrial Revolution at this time in America and in Britain, and how that changed the world. The North, we're talking about this area up top, the dark red area, and there's some border areas as well. In these areas, people relied, there was farming, but people relied less on farming and more on city life, trade, and creating things, which made it different from the South, where it was almost entirely farming. One of the unintended consequences of the Industrial Revolution, as you can see, is pollution, particularly when the factories were coal-powered. The black smoke and soot of the coal caused acid rain, caused bad air breathing conditions, caused the toxic dust to be on everything. We'll talk about that more later. But the Industrial Revolution, this is probably the key point to know, is in the late 1700s, particularly in Britain, people realized that it would be much more efficient to develop machines to help us do work instead of just people and animals doing all the work. And that idea spread very quickly to America because the two countries were trading so much and working together so much. But again, the pollution was one of the unintended consequences among many others. But there were many positive things that happened as well. The first industry to industrialize was the textile industry. Textiles are cloth-made items. We will develop a power loom and the spinning jenny, which will make weaving threads together much easier and faster, and will change the world in how people dress and where people work as well. These early factories were very hazardous, a lot of moving parts, a lot of belts and wheels turning at once. They sometimes were cramped and dirty. It was easy to catch your clothing or your hair or your fingers and things and get injured. And they really were all powered by water. A water wheel and a stream would turn all the wheels inside, which would turn the machines. But the Industrial Revolution is about innovation. You know, new ideas and innovation help many people become better, help people's lives become better. The people who create these ideas and plans and put them into action are the people that in many ways experience the most success and benefit. If you're a creator and you make yourself into a creator in your own life, I mean, what you do and you create things for society, you solve problems for society, you're going to be very valuable and you have a lot of success. We are such a powerful and prosperous country because we have constantly, over time, put new ideas into action as a nation. We did that with the idea of spreading democracy. We did that with our Constitution. We did that with the Declaration of Independence, and then we're going to do that in the business world with the Industrial Revolution. And so putting new ideas into action, good ideas into action, makes all the difference in the world. One of the great creators in world history was Samuel Slater. He was an immigrant from Britain. He memorized the designs for textile mill machines in Britain. So in Britain, they developed the textile mill first. Samuel Slater memorized it. They actually had a ban. You couldn't take plans from Britain to the United States of how to set up factories. So what he did is because Britain didn't want the ideas to spread from country to country, and they wanted to keep all the ideas in their own country, he memorized the entire design himself in his head. So imagine the effort it took to do that. And he brought the ideas of how to set up a textile mill to America, and brought the new technology to America to make things more efficient, and made a huge, huge impact on our country and a huge impact on Samuel Slater. So you have to give Samuel Slater a lot of credit with his determination to memorize the entire textile mill and bring it to America in his mind. Incredible determination. He had the vision to see how a textile mill could be a success in America, and then he had the courage to take the risk to come. Because the British would have caught him with this, they would have arrested him. And so he was a huge success because of his determination to memorize, his vision to have the idea to bring the textile mill to America, and the courage to see his plan through. Another great creator was Eli Whitney. Eli Whitney was the inventor of the cotton gin. He was the inventor of the idea of mass production and interchangeable parts. He was an innovator. He was a tinker. He was constantly making things better and better. And his ideas and his changes will make America way better. The cotton gin will pull the seeds out of cotton. It used to be pulled out by hand. This makes the process of producing cotton much cheaper, easier, faster, and better. And we'll get the cotton industry booming in the United States. One unintended consequence of that, though, is that it will keep slavery going as well. Some key ideas in the Industrial Revolution, again, these were kind of made by Eli Whitney. Interchangeable parts that were made by machine that were replaceable, easy to pick, easy to fix, easy to interchange, easy to be mass produced by machines. Mass production is the idea that you're going to make things that are identical, exactly the same over and over again. It's much more efficient. It lets you produce many, many more things. And it'll keep the price of things lower so that more people will have the ability to buy more things and have more things. And then the last one to really think about is the assembly line. Each person does one job, and then the product is passed on. Assembly line is a very important part of the Industrial Revolution. It simplified the jobs, allowed anyone, instead of a wagon maker having to know how to make the entire wagon, every piece, every part of the wagon. In a wagon making factory, a worker might just add the wheel to the wagon or a spoke to the wheel of the wagon. Each person had one job, they did it quickly and efficiently, and they passed it on to the next person who added another job. It really improved the way that people did business in America and made things work in America.